MILO TV, bada boom, bada bam, bada zoom.
MILO TV, bada bim, bada boom, bada bam. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section, click that notification bell, and guys, MILO TV is where it's at, so don't forget. MILO TV, bada boom. Wait, hold on, go again.
MILO TV, varabim, varabum, varabim.
MILO TV, bada bim, bada boom, bada bam. Let's hear too.
MILO TV, bada bim, bada bam.
MILO TV GH, Toronto, Canada. Bada bin, bada boom, bada bam.
Alright, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Prince Kojetewi. This is MILO TV, Toronto, Canada. Subscribe if today is your first time watching my YouTube channel. Kindly like my videos, comment, and then share. By way of introduction, my name is Prince Kojetewi. I am MILO Canada-based Ghanaian journalist and a YouTuber. Alright, so we do videos here to sort of tell our people the do's and the don'ts about Canada, and tell them what is going on here on my channel, and pretty much advise people who comes to Canada. You know, we are from third world country, and this place is advanced. So when you get here and you have your documents as an immigrant, pretty much it's more easier than back home. That is me. I'm from Ghana. So I will say this without any fear and panicking. Canada is way better than where I am from. Well, maybe where you are coming from is different, or your background, or maybe your dad or your mom has a lot of money. You are different from me. But what I can tell you is that my background, we have nothing. So when I came to Canada, what I did was that I embraced Canada, and I fought hard to get my documents. I fought hard to get what it takes to live in Canada. So what are you doing? We've been advising people here on this YouTube channel, telling people what to do and what not to do. Okay, let me borrow this word from Mr. Bruce. Mr. Bruce will tell you, come to Canada. Come to Canada. Why? Canada is a land of, unlimited opportunities, which is true. So, my dear brothers and sisters, right now as I'm speaking to you, Canada is deporting so many people from their country. And how come you are one of those people? Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more information. Alright, so somebody says Canada deporting highest level of migrants in a decade, despite promises to let more stay. You see, the thing is that most people came to Canada with visitors visa. Okay, and Canada is saying that if you come as an international student, after schooling, you could use PGWP to acquire your permanent resident card, or you could even use work permit to go back and forth, provided you enroll. But if you did not enroll, that is pretty much another issue altogether. But most people came to Canada a couple of years, like 2-3 years ago, and we advised them not to use their SIN number to work before they enroll. You know, you cannot, as an international student, you cannot use, listen to me carefully, you cannot use your social insurance number to work before you start going to school, or before you start enroll in school here in Canada. That is why we kept on advising people. That's why we have so many YouTube channels here in Canada, all in the name of trying to let many people stay in Canada, so that we could also dominate like the Indians, like the Chinese, like, you know. But when people come and you tell them this, they normally turn deaf ears and they will not listen to you, all because we play soccer together, or because we vibe together, we go to parties together, we do this, you know. As Ghanaians will say, you know, like, we need to put that, proud or that thing aside and listen to advice. Always follow people who knows road. Now, this is mass deportation. You see, people came to Canada to school, and if you are a student, there is this thing we call SOP, Statement of Purpose. Most students will state that after their school, they have to go back home to work. And if you should write that, you go back home. And you have to write too. You go back home after school, and maybe when you came to Canada, you did not start schooling and you started working. The government might have thought that maybe this guy, he never came to Canada to school, but rather he has a plan B, that he is coming to Canada to work and to make money. He is coming to Canada to seek a greener pasture. So ladies and gentlemen, my dear brothers, my dear friends, please be extra careful. Do not waste your money. Look at how you started planning to come to Canada. You started from day one, going to see an agent. Most of the agents take your money back and forth, bring this, bring that. Sometimes it works to perfection. And let's say if you are from Kumasi, where I live, to Accra, like 5-6 hours, Achimota traffic, going to Abelempe, back and forth, going for your medicals, going to do, you know, it entails a lot. So my dear brother, as soon as you get to Canada, do not try to follow people who will brainwash you. Do not do this, do not do that. We will tell you. That is why this guy called Kwabena Boateng, our dear president, he's the president of the Ghanaian YouTubers Association in Canada, among the Ghanaian community. He created this group so we could help our dear brothers and sisters who are migrating to Canada. And of course, we are doing it. Now, aside the international students, let's go to those who came to Canada with visit, or those who came to, let's say, to explore, or to tour with tourism visas and stuff. Now, you see, mostly when people are coming to Canada with tourism visa, what they say is they are coming for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then they'll go back. However, before the person came to Canada, or before the person was granted the visa, this is what transpired. He or she informed the visa section or the counselor that, okay, or is it consular? Okay, that I'm coming to Canada to tour some places. I'll go to Niagara Falls, I'll go to Canada Wonderland, I'll go to Toronto Zoo, I'll go to CN Tower, downtown Toronto. You know, they will say this to convince the counselor or the visa session. So upon everything, let's say if I am the one who gave you the invite, they'll go and check if I am a citizen of Canada, or I have a PR card, and do I have any record? After that, do I work? Do I have what it takes to invite someone here in Canada? They'll consider all these things and then give the visa to you. However, most people will come, and instead of like going back, they will not go back. Okay, so I might not know if indeed something might have happened back home. Yes. So the person will go and seek asylum. Now, it is not like prohibited to seek asylum, but brother, you should do your due diligence. You should do your pros and cons. You don't just come to Canada, go to downtown, sleep on the street, be in the train. People will be going back, will go on social media trying to portray something, tarnishing the image of Canada. That there are some people, there are some YouTubers promoting come to Canada, do this. But meanwhile, when you get to Canada, Canada is not like how people are promoting it. Now, let me tell you something. My dear sister, my dear brother, what do I even have to say? The thing is that nothing comes so easily like that. You have to start from 1 before you go to 2, and you have to start from A, B, C, D before you get to Z. You wouldn't just come to Canada and within like a couple of months or a year, boom, you just make it like that. No way. We have people here in Canada from Ghana who have been, they've been in the system for more than 45 years. Others are even here for like 50 years and they are still here. You see, you cannot just make it like that. So what we tell people is that you start from 1. You have to get the Canadian experience. You have to get the Canadian experience before you could start doing something here. That's why when you're going to look, or when, you go over to look for a job, they will ask you to bring a resume. They wanted to take a look at what you've been doing before. Sometimes they want to see what you were doing before you came to look for a job from their company. So I have been telling people, bro, never, turn deaf ears to us. When you come, if let's say you want to seek asylum, if you have a problem back home, what do you have to do? Go seek a lawyer. Go see an immigration consultant. And of course, talking about this immigration consultants, I have one guy, Mr. Jacob Bayat, which I've been doing video with. He's a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. And of course, Mr. Bruce has Swaggered Immigration. He was even with us at meet and greet. Why don't you go and consult him? There are some lawyers and consultants who doesn't even take consultation fee. They will ask you, come over and then explain your situation to them. So when you go there, do not hide anything. And there are some people here too. Let me put this together. They will come to Canada and they will not abide by the rules and regulations. 1, drinking and driving. 2, car stealing. 3, fraud and all those things. So right now, Canada is deporting more than 600. No, is it like? Let me see. It says mass deportation. Over 60,000 people has to leave Canada, mostly from Toronto, Montreal, Calgary. The report I had suggested that most people were here in Toronto and they've run to other provinces, all because they are under, they have to leave the country. Yes. Most of them were refugee claimants. They came to Canada and they were like, so let's say the person says he's a refugee. So the day of his hearing, when they take him to Canada, a refugee board, this guy will not get something, or he will not have what it takes to support him for them to justify that this person was indeed in trouble back home. That is what you have to do, your feasibility studies. That is why you have to do extra work for them to know that you were in trouble or you had an issue before you migrated to Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, this is MILO TV, Toronto, Canada. Subscribe if today is your first time. Like my videos, comment and share. Mostly I do videos using our back home language, but sometimes there are some videos I have to blend or I have to speak English. Yes, it is true. The Canadian government says those people out of status have to leave the system. Okay? Some people are out of status. They have to leave the system because they went to hearing and they were denied Canada permanent resident card. So the government asked them, go back to your country. After all, you came to visit. Okay? Do not sit down and let this happen to you, my dear brother, my dear sister. Try as much as you can to see a lawyer or even if a legal aid or immigration consultant, go sit down, talk to them. They know grounds. Now, the government even says that, you see, normally when you come to Canada with visitor visa, you can change to work permit. Now the government say, boom, he has cancelled that one too. And most international students are also on the list of trying to do extension. The government freezes all those extension stuff. What he's telling them is that they should go back home. After all, they indicated in the SOP that they'll go back home after school. So if you've completed school, why are you here in Canada? Now, when we go to PR, Prince Edward Island, a province here in Canada, what is going on right now is that most Indian international students are doing protests. They are going back and forth, going like, our visa has expired. The Canadian government has to extend it for them. They need job, they have to work, their work permit has expired, this and that, this, even downtown Toronto too. But meanwhile, this is what you have to have in mind. You are from India, you are not a Canadian. So why do you have to come to Canada to sort of flex, or like using means to try your best to convince the government, forcing them? Fine, it is not bad to do that, but sometimes we should try to do the right thing at the right time. Okay, so my dear peoples, my fellow Ghanaians, what I will tell you is that nothing is too late. Most of them are seeking asylum. Most of them sought asylum. Most of them are also schooling. Please, if you came here to school, go to your school. That is my advice. If you came to Canada to school, my dear brother, go to school. If you came here as a refugee, you should know your left and then your right. You wouldn't just go because someone went there. Oh, I'm this, I'm gay, I'm this. Oh, you also work, gaga, I'm this, I'm gay. No way. Mass deportation. And to those people also running from Toronto to other provinces, the Canadian government has started gathering information to reach out to them, bring them over, and then deport them to their various countries. Do not let this happen to you, my dear brother. It is not easy. I keep on saying back home is not that bad, but Canada, to me, is far better than back home. I keep on saying that. Yes, I know what I'm talking about. Canada is a land of unlimited opportunities. Canada is one of the best countries in the world. So when you get here, put yourself together. Go seek a lawyer. Go see a lawyer. Tell him or her what you want to do, and the person could assist you. Do not fall into any trap, my dear brother. Don't go and, that's why I keep on saying, stay away from trouble. Stay away from trouble. Even some of us, we've been here for like 15 years, going to 16 years, and we still have to abide by the rules and regulations. Just do that and you are good to go. But most of us wouldn't do this. People come to Canada driving without driver's licenses, doing fraud, stealing cars. You can't do this here. You can never do this here. When you go to Rome, do what the Romans do. Because most people from back home to Canada are said that their family will try to gather the family money, give it to them, get a visa, like they will sell their cocoa farm or family property for you to come to Canada. Look at how much you have to pay for your agent, your ticket, pocket money, your accommodation. So would you want this money to be wasted? No way. You can never do that. So try your best to follow people who knows road. Ladies and gentlemen, MILO TV Toronto, Canada, subscribe. If today is your first time watching my YouTube channel, kindly like my videos, comment, and then share. My name is Prince Kojeteria, a YouTuber based in Toronto, Canada. I've been doing this for the past 3 years to help my fellow Africans who are on their way to Canada. I quite remember I met one Nigerian guy at Jane Finney. He said, hey, brother, I was watching you back home before I came to Canada. Thank you so much. May God bless you. I said, bless you too. You know, this is what we are doing. So avoid being one of those people who are to be deported from Canada to back home. It is not nice. Okay, so I would like to end this video here, and this is going to be part 1. And I heard some Indian refugees or some Indians were trying to relocate to USA, and the border patrol officers refused them. So I'll try to deal with that situation tomorrow morning. So try not to forget to subscribe to MILO TV, watch my videos, comment, and then share. Bari bim, bari boom, bari bam. Yeah.
MILO TV. Bada bim, bada bam, bada bam.
Yeah.
Bada zoom zoom zoom.